Namaste, dear seeker. Have you ever paused in the gentle silence of dawn and wondered about the secret connection between your breathing and the vast cosmos itself? Imagine for a moment, each breath you take is not just oxygen filling your lungs but a divine whisper of the universe itself, an eternal rhythm that pulses through every living thing. As Mahavatar Babaji once revealed to his closest disciples amidst the sacred peaks of the Himalayas, the breath is the doorway to cosmic consciousness. Picture yourself standing at the threshold of an ancient doorway, illuminated softly by the mystical glow of spiritual awakening. Beyond this threshold lies infinite wisdom, boundless peace, and the profound unity of all existence. Yet, this doorway isn't found outside, in temples or scriptures. It lies within you, accessible through the sacred art of breath mastery. Babaji always gently reminded his devotees that to truly know the infinite, one must begin with the simplest yet deepest mystery, the breath itself. Each inhalation draws in the subtle currents of universal life force, each exhalation releases the veil of illusions separating you from divine truth. But how can something as ordinary as breathing hold the key to cosmic enlightenment? This very question has guided countless sages and seekers through lifetimes of contemplation and practice. Today, guided by Babaji's sacred teachings, we step forward on this mystical journey together, uncovering how the simple act of conscious breathing can awaken our latent spiritual powers and open the gates to cosmic consciousness. Dear soul, are you ready to cross this sacred threshold, to master your breath, and thereby, master your life? Take a deep, conscious breath now, and let us begin this sacred journey into the profound mysteries of cosmic awareness. Close your eyes gently for a moment and visualize a silken bridge suspended gently between two realms, the tangible and intangible, the physical and the ethereal. Babaji lovingly explains to his disciples that your breath is precisely such a sacred bridge, silently and ceaselessly connecting your physical form with the subtle, spiritual energies of the universe. Each breath you take is far more than merely air moving into your lungs. It is the flow of divine prana, the vital life energy, permeating every particle of existence. Babaji often reveals to seekers in the quiet solitude of Himalayan caves that breathing is a profound spiritual communion. With every inhalation, you receive the nourishing cosmic energy that sustains your life. With every exhalation, you surrender all limitations, releasing stagnant energy, tension, and negativity. This continuous exchange not only nourishes your physical existence but also harmonizes the subtle channels within your spiritual body, aligning you more closely with your higher self. Babaji teaches with infinite patience, reminding us that each breath holds hidden within it an ancient wisdom. Your breath reflects your emotional, mental, and spiritual states. When it becomes calm and balanced, it naturally bridges the gap between your outer life and inner spiritual reality. Thus, as you deepen your awareness and respect for this sacred breath, you begin to experience a gentle awakening within, first subtle, then increasingly profound. Dear seeker, understand clearly that mastering the breath is the first essential step on your spiritual journey. Through it, your body and spirit begin to resonate in harmony, allowing you to traverse effortlessly between the physical world and the luminous realms of divine consciousness. Babaji invites you lovingly to cross this sacred bridge, for it holds the key to your ultimate liberation. Imagine for a moment, dear seeker, that your mind is like a great lake beneath a shimmering sky. When winds blow fiercely, the lake becomes turbulent, its surface broken and disturbed, obscuring the luminous reflection of the heavens above. But when the breeze quiets and the waters become still, the sky is mirrored perfectly, revealing infinite depths of serene beauty. Babaji often shares this beautiful metaphor with his disciples, teaching that your breath is like the wind, and your mind, the reflective surface of the lake. Babaji gently instructs us that to calm the restless waves of thought, one must first calm the breath. Breath control, or pranayama, is not merely a physical exercise. It is the art of taming and harmonizing the winds within, transforming the mind's chaos into perfect stillness. Through steady, rhythmic, and conscious breathing, the mind naturally becomes quiet, pure, and receptive, ready to reflect the infinite wisdom of cosmic consciousness. He wisely reminds his followers that without mastery of the breath, spiritual practices often remain superficial. The mind wanders endlessly, distracted by fleeting thoughts, emotions, and sensory desires. Babaji emphasizes repeatedly that breath control is essential precisely because the mind always follows the breath. By consciously regulating your breathing, you gain the power to direct your inner energies, quieting distractions and opening yourself to deep states of meditation. In Babaji's mystical guidance lies the understanding that breath is a direct channel to subtle realms of existence. As your breath becomes slow, rhythmic, and refined, your consciousness expands beyond ordinary limits, guiding you effortlessly toward self-realization. Breath mastery, therefore, is not simply a method, it is the very foundation upon which your entire spiritual journey must stand. Thus, dear seeker, heed Babaji's gentle wisdom, master your breath, and the turbulent lake of your mind will become a clear mirror, perfectly reflecting the infinite peace and beauty of your true spiritual nature. Imagine, beloved seeker, standing before an ancient mystical doorway, intricately carved, shimmering softly in the sacred twilight. Babaji gently reveals to his devoted disciples that this divine doorway exists not in distant temples nor hidden caves, but within each one of us, waiting patiently to be discovered through the subtle power of breath. Babaji lovingly explains that cosmic consciousness is the infinite ocean of awareness, an eternal state beyond ego, fear, and separation. It is the pure, blissful unity of the soul with all that exists, the oneness that sages and yogis have sought for centuries. But how, you may wonder, can the simple act of breathing become such a profound pathway into these mystical depths? Babaji patiently illuminates this truth. Each breath you take is a sacred exchange between your individual spirit and the universal life force. With every inhalation, you draw in the subtle essence of the cosmos. This divine energy, prana, nourishes your inner being, subtly dissolving the illusions of separation. Each exhalation is a humble release, letting go of ego, attachments, and limitations, gradually unveiling the radiant soul hidden beneath. As you consciously engage with this rhythmic dance of breathing, your awareness naturally expands. Babaji teaches with great care that it is this expansion of awareness, this delicate awakening of your consciousness, that transforms ordinary breath into a sacred key, opening the door to cosmic realization. Through conscious breath, the subtle channels, nadis, within your spiritual body awaken and align, connecting you directly to infinite wisdom. It is through this mystical union of breath and consciousness that the doorway opens fully, guiding you beyond earthly limitations into divine communion with the eternal self. Thus, dear seeker, trust deeply in Babaji's timeless wisdom. Embrace your breath as the sacred doorway that it truly is, and step confidently forward into the radiant expansiveness of cosmic consciousness, forever changing your relationship with life itself. Envision yourself seated gently in the serene stillness of a sacred Himalayan cave, softly illuminated by the golden glow of dawn. Babaji, with infinite kindness and patience, reveals to his beloved disciples the sacred practices of breath mastery. He emphasizes simplicity, sincerity, and heartfelt devotion, reminding us that true spirituality blossoms naturally when cultivated gently through steady practice. Babaji lovingly instructs that your first practice should be deep conscious breathing. Gently inhale through your nose, allowing your breath to fill your lungs completely, feeling your chest and abdomen expand with life energy. Pause softly at the peak of your inhalation, sensing the subtle stillness, and then calmly, deliberately release your breath, surrendering all tension, negativity, and distraction. In this simple act lies profound spiritual awakening. The second mystical technique Babaji graciously shares is breath retention, kumbhaka, the sacred pause that awakens dormant inner energies. After inhaling gently, hold your breath comfortably for a few moments, allowing the divine prana to saturate your being. Feel this sacred energy awakening within you, harmonizing body, mind, and spirit. Release the breath slowly and deliberately, experiencing deep stillness and inner clarity. Babaji often guides disciples in the ancient practice of nadi shodhana, alternate nostril breathing, an elegant, rhythmic breathing method to balance the subtle energies within. Through alternating breaths gently between nostrils, your inner channels clear, restoring spiritual harmony and opening pathways for divine consciousness to flow freely through your being. Babaji lovingly reminds us, let your breath be your meditation, your sacred prayer. He emphasizes the importance of daily consistency, gently, not forcefully. Allow these sacred breathing techniques to become natural and effortless extensions of your spiritual journey. Thus, beloved seeker, Babaji invites you to practice these sacred methods with loving devotion, transforming each breath into a conscious act of communion with the infinite, guiding you ever deeper into the luminous presence of divine awareness. Beloved seeker, pause for a moment and imagine your life infused with profound peace, clarity, and vibrant energy. Imagine every moment illuminated with deep wisdom, compassion, and spiritual insight. Babaji lovingly assures his disciples that such transformation is not only possible but inevitable when one masters the sacred art of conscious breathing. Babaji gently reveals that when breath is consciously cultivated, it harmonizes every aspect of your being. Physically, your body becomes vibrant and healthy, nourished by the steady flow of divine prana. Tensions melt away, vitality increases, and your physical form becomes a sacred vessel capable of holding ever higher spiritual vibrations. On the mental plane, Babaji explains that a consciously regulated breath brings profound stillness and clarity. Your restless mind becomes calm, allowing the turbulent waves of thought to subside, revealing the luminous depths of intuitive insight. Breath mastery transforms scattered thoughts into focused awareness, opening gateways of creativity, inner knowing, and deep peace. Emotionally, the transformation is equally profound. Babaji compassionately guides his followers to recognize that emotional turbulence arises when breath becomes shallow and uncontrolled. Through steady, conscious breathing, emotional storms gently settle and peace returns. Anxiety, fear, anger, and sadness gradually dissolve, replaced by serenity, resilience, and genuine joy. Spiritually, Babaji lovingly teaches that mastering breath opens doors to higher consciousness, naturally guiding you toward unity with all existence. Each breath draws you closer to your divine essence, dissolving egoic barriers, and gradually awakening within you profound love, compassion, and wisdom. Babaji always reminds disciples, master your breath, and you master your thoughts, emotions, and reactions. Indeed, you master your very life. Thus, dear seeker, trust deeply in his sacred wisdom, allowing the humble practice of breath mastery to illuminate your path, transforming every aspect of your existence into a sacred journey toward divine awakening. Envision, dear seeker, your daily life transformed into a sacred pilgrimage, each moment infused with spiritual awareness and profound peace. Babaji lovingly teaches that breath mastery is not merely an isolated practice reserved for quiet meditation but a continuous spiritual journey, gracefully unfolding with every moment and every breath. Babaji gently advises disciples that true mastery lies in integrating conscious breathing seamlessly into daily life. Begin each day, he says, with a few sacred minutes of stillness, consciously breathing and feeling the divine presence within. Allow these moments of quiet communion to gently shape your consciousness, setting a peaceful, balanced rhythm for your entire day. When life brings challenges, stressful situations, emotional turbulence, or confusion, Babaji compassionately reminds us that breath is our refuge and sanctuary. In these moments, pause briefly, close your eyes, and consciously return to your breath. Allow its calming, rhythmic flow to steady your mind, quiet your emotions, and restore clarity. Through such gentle practice, life storms become manageable, and peace becomes your natural state. Babaji teaches us to treat each breath with reverence, understanding that it carries within it the divine life force connecting us directly to universal consciousness. Throughout your day, maintain gentle awareness of your breath. Let each inhalation remind you of your sacred bond with the infinite, and let each exhalation gently release your worries, doubts, and illusions. Babaji lovingly encourages consistency and sincerity. Spiritual growth, he gently explains, is nurtured by devotion, patience, and humility, not by forceful striving. Let the breath guide you naturally into deeper states of awareness, becoming your constant companion, mentor, and friend. Thus, beloved seeker, integrate breath mastery gently and lovingly into your daily rhythm. Allow Babaji's timeless teachings to transform ordinary moments into sacred experiences, each breath a silent prayer, guiding you gracefully toward the luminous reality of cosmic consciousness. Dear seeker, as we gently close this sacred exploration, let us pause and reflect. You have now glimpsed a timeless truth revealed by Mahavatar Babaji. The breath is not just a function of the body, but a sacred portal to the infinite. Through it, you can master the mind, awaken the soul, and unite with the boundless cosmic consciousness. We began by understanding breath as the bridge between the body and the spirit. We then saw how breath control calms the mind, dissolves emotional chaos, and prepares us for divine awareness. Babaji lovingly shared practical methods, deep breathing, retention, and alternate nostril breathing, and guided us on how to integrate these sacred tools into everyday life. And through it all, the message remains simple yet profound: master the breath, and you master your life. Now, dear soul, your journey truly begins. With every conscious breath, you draw closer to your divine nature. Walk this path with devotion, patience, and love. Let Babaji's ancient wisdom echo in your heart and guide your every step. If this message has touched you deeply, please share your reflections in the comments. Herb, what part of today's teaching resonated most with you? And what spiritual topics would you like to explore next through Babaji's guidance? Your voice matters. This channel is your sacred space for growth, learning, and awakening. Person with folded hands, if you found value in this teaching, kindly like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share it with fellow seekers. Together, let us build a conscious community rooted in peace, wisdom, and light. Until we meet again, breathe gently, walk humbly, and remember always, the divine is as close as your next breath.